know you can want to marry someone and still cheat on them.
Yeah.
They cheated on my cousin on his wedding day.
So give us that story.
You guys want the full story?
Yes.
Anyway.
Welcome back to the Mob Jazz podcast. Welcome. How's everyone feeling?
Gucci.
I'm Melvin. That's the voice. This is Magic, and we're joined by
Voice number 2.
Let's go.
Let's go. The second voice.
How does it feel?
The inside voice. Nah.
The voice of the voice.
Oh God. We're joined by an almost patron by the end of the episode. Yeah, man. How's everyone feeling, man?
Now I'm feeling good. This weekend was very lively.
What did you do?
I went for let me see, Friday, what happened on Friday? I think Friday I stayed in. But then Saturday I went to Nandi Untamed. It was hot. And then Sunday,
Was it?
it was hot.
Hey.
It was hot.
And
This is the thing, you had sinuses. We couldn't tell the temperature. Maybe the temperature was high.
He was breathing through his mouth.
He was not kawa. Boy was not kawa. And then Sunday, can you talk about it?
Yeah, I hope you know you have a problem, man. You were sick, but you insisted and went out.
On passing by.
Like I couldn't breathe. But it's not
Let him
enough
first
water.
finish his jazz. I'll go to him. Let's go.
Mad.
Sunday we went for a video shoot, me and Melvin. For Nana.
Yeah.
Shout out Josh Baraka. That song is doing quite well. Now that was a lit day. I had a good time.
And shout out the chick that was dancing, bro.
Rian. Shout out
Good
Rian.
Lord, man.
You even got the name.
Shout out to
Toto man. Toto
I
man.
can't forget her name, bro. She can move. Well, that was a lit day, man. It was just like so basically it was shot at Villaggio, which is basically like
Be careful, don't give too much information. Don't be Villaggio. You are too late.
veteran.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was shot there. It was lit. It was just like a bunch of Kampala creatives around, just being cool and supporting Joshua.
Facts.
Yeah, shout out.
It was nice. A nice healthy environment, I think.
Yeah.
So where did work and fun cross?
And the party scene, but I don't know if I'm saying too much.
What is fun? What
No,
is
the video was sponsored by Jameson, so enough said.
Why
Boys,
in the sack? Sir. Okay.
what's your going? What was your weekend like?
I was sick.
Of what?
So Friday I stayed in club for me.
Of what? What are you sick of?
Man, my sinuses were acting up.
That's mad. Still having sinuses. Like good man.
At my big age. At my big age. Friday I was at home. I just woke up to missed calls from everyone. Going, which part of the bar are you? Nah, but Friday I stayed home. Saturday I went for Nandi. But these guys wanted to beat me because I wasn't drinking, bro. Like I kept telling everyone, nah, I'm not pushing.
That's alcohol cause sinuses to flare up.
No.
It helps sinuses, right?
Apparently, but someone told me Jägermeister, Habolika.
Calf.
But that one works, by the way.
Yeah, you ask this man.
Helps with what?
Like throat tissues, what? on gin.
Man, not gin.
Nah, but just know I'm now Kawa. I went for brunch on Sunday.
Ciroc.
I was supposed to come for a video shoot, but man, I woke up late.
Which branch? The Terraza.
No.
Ciroc.
Alchemist.
Okay.
Yeah. That was it. It was a
Too
basic
many
weekend.
parties on Sunday.
Bro, they're all called brunch, but none of them are
None of
brunch
them
time.
is that during the day.
Now it's the Kampala branch. That one.
That one starts like
To
at
be fair,
7, bro.
all the other branches actually start at brunch time.
No.
It's
There's
just
only
that
one
they
other
It's only the
extend.
Stonehaven
Yeah,
branch.
only
that-
No. Even Alchemist starts at brunch time, but it just extends into the night.
And then
now the one of this guy, La Terraza.
Nah,
That's
his
like
starts.
7.
Yeah,
That's the one.
Guys
That's the one.
come dressed as Kanye. There's a guy that came with a mask. I walked up, I was sweating. I'm like, wait, what a guy's on?
Yeah, that branch kills me because it starts setting up at 4.
Yeah.
No, but there's a guys only come just to kill, bro. There's a guy who was just like a gangster cowboy, bro. You got the boots, the hat, but like cargo pants.
Wasn't our bro dressed like our bro was dressed like Voldemort, bro? I was dressed like Harry Potter. Shout out to our boy.
That's so true.
What's the name of that host?
That looked just as Voldemort. That was Raymond.
That was Raymond.
I know Raymond. I'm
There's
saying
Abraham.
Brian's. And
Brian.
buy his match.
Yeah.
Support.
Nah, but this nigga actually pulled up like Voldemort, bro.
Guys can just
Yeah.
Guys called him the Black KKK.
Nah, I've been itching to talk about my weekend, bro. Because this weekend I made a discovery, bro. There's 2 different underground scenes in UG, man.
First of all, why were you calling me at 1 a.m.?
Oh, so I was
one of the guys.
I called you like at midnight. I was driving from Muyenga headed towards the greater Acacia
He almost
area.
passed by and picked me
That's
up.
what I was like, yo, who is this guy? Because I was trying to decide. Someone had told me about a party, which is what I'm about to talk about. And then obviously there was Kush, so I was deciding to go to Kush or to go to this party. But you didn't answer, so I went to this party. And curse you for not answering.
Hey,
bro.
yo.
No, but back to the point, bro. There's 2 types of undergrounds in UG. There's the underground we're familiar with, like expressions. I feel like even MJP, to be fair, is some sort of underground. Like the new wave dudes. There's that underground. And then there's this other underground of like Nyege, like that underground. How many minutes in are we? 8. Bruh, that other Nyege underground has no bad bro.
Wait, did you
They
say
got to
no?
first ask
No
for that.
bad bro. This other underground has 0% baddies, bro.
What
And
do
I
they
was
have?
this event was like one of those. Have you ever seen? Sometimes they use like sponsor things, but I think that the scene is actually called underground, and it looks like just raves, like EDM raves,
Underground
yeah,
Kampala.
stuff like that. Yeah, underground Kampala, I think is them. So when you get to the venue, it's a lot of white people and a lot of like alternative dudes.
Guys, dreads on.
Yeah, but bro, as soon as I go to the entrance, it's a white lady screaming, bro.
On the top of her lungs.
On the top of her lungs, man, ripping her hair out. I
And
think they had probably
someone
stolen
would-
her phone or something.
Oh.
It was a Talent Africa event, so it was like 20 bob entrance.
Why are you putting them on blast?
But this is a public service announcement, bro, because those guys did the impossible, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know how hard it is to throw an event in Kampala with no bad things? With not a single bad thing.
There were things.
But none of them was bad, bro. And listen, I have a very like I don't even have a type for real, bro. Like you can be
What
bad.
goes
You can be
goes.
bad in many ways, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, there was 0 bad things there, bro.
You're not bad.
And I was
But there were
standing.
women.
Hell, there were more chicks than guys. I was standing at. So just picture this. It was in a basement, like an underground parking almost. So I was standing so close to the entrance, bro. I could see everyone that was coming in and coming out. 0%, bro. I asked the guys next to me, yo, am I bugging? Or are there just 0 bad things here? The guy said, yo, now that you say it, man. There's no bad things here, you guys. So, this is just to let you guys know, man. Go to those events to have fun, bro. Not to, like, don't be expecting. It was so bad, man. I left that event at, like, 1:30 a.m. And which is, honestly, that's like homegoing time, to be fair.
Yeah.
I went to Kush, bro. I went to Kush just
didn't
to
swallow.
balance things out, bro. Just to make sure this wasn't like I wasn't in a simulation or something, bro. And I guarantee you that as soon as I entered Kush, while I'm entering Kush, there's bad things walking out of Kush.
Like when the sun was shining.
As in, there were so many bad things at Kush. I don't even know if there were more bad things, but just the things at Kush was so much better. Than the things.
This man came with recency bias. He was like,
No, but
Anyway.
just was explain yourself. What do you mean? Like
By-
they were not
yeah.
bad. Like
That's a very heavy
like,
statement.
it's good you said that there's different ways you can be bad. Some people have face card on point. Some people have body. Some people have personality. But I guess that third one is
okay, personality.
maybe you can't see it
You
from
can't, we
afar.
can't see personality. You can't see personality.
But you're saying all 3 categories.
I didn't know personality. What does personality?
Okay. Maybe the way
Your
she was
personality has
dancing,
nothing to do with this, bro.
Personality, who's drinking in Nailo, who's drinking actually.
Listen, most of the
This is how
girls at
they
this
are
party were
dancing.
probably actually most of the girls there must have been cool. Like they must have been cool girls. It didn't seem like they were too problematic. People were on a lot of assistants, stimulants. Yeah, guys were stimulated in that place.
Stimulants.
Guys were stimulated in that place, but
Wait, was this white babe that you're dissing?
not only, bro. Not only.
So both the white babe.
Both, bro.
But we have to unpack your statement.
I'm trying to imagine this
My
party,
guys.
bro.
It was.
I've never been to a
Listen,
party
bro, by the time I
Kampala.
made this my first topic of the pod, just know it was urgent.
serious.
It has been on my mind. I told everyone that I met at Coach, I was like, yo, do you know where I've just come from? There was zero. I don't know what they're doing at this event. That's just repelling all the baddies from coming. But none of the baddies were there. And none of them came.
So
Did
wait,
it seem like a-
you're telling me like where we go is where the buddies are, like normally.
100%, bro. 100%. Yeah.
Oh, I think there are buddies
You're
everywhere.
confused.
There are no buddies
everywhere.
there.
Why have you
There are
refused?
no buddies there.
Told you,
There are
bro.
buddies everywhere.
Nobody's everywhere, bro.
That's not the type of underground I'm trying to
Do you
push.
think it's like the events?
That's
like
not the culture I'm
girls don't
pushing.
go for such alternative
I
events.
think
the
that,
baddies?
that those guys in particular, I think they've just not yet captured the body. Like, yeah, bro.
Where was this place?
This was at Alliance Française, the one next to the one in,
Millennium.
on opposite Millennium,
On the rooftop.
in the basement.
That's where they went wrong. They should have gone
Buddies
to the
don't like
rooftop.
basements. There was no
They should
view.
have gone to the
but,
rooftop.
okay, but imagine you're a buddy and you walk in.
To the basement.
And you look around and you're like,
This is where it all ends.
And to be fair, bro, it looked like it was going to be a vibe, but I think there was just something off, man.
So,
that just repelled.
If say they were buddies, you would have stayed.
But I stayed. I stayed I stayed for long enough to come to this conclusion, bro. I stayed for like an hour and a half.
You walked around. You did.
I even
rounds.
went to the stage. I should have tried to dance, but bro, I just wasn't vibing. My whole should have
That's a
been
lot
killed,
of work
bro.
because I rarely see you trying to dance.
Yeah, bro, I did my best. I went everywhere in that place, man. 0%. Man.
I
but were people commingling?
What do you mean? Mingling? Of course, bro. Of course, these guys are just like white things, bro.
Yeah.
Period. For them, there's as long as it's white skin, it's white skin. The guy has succeeded, bro.
Yes,
So, yeah, I don't know. Now let's go to our first topic, bro. Our first real topic. I just need to get that off my chest. That was my Friday night. Saturday night, I was in the house. Sunday, I did what this guy did. Now we can keep it pushing.
That's so funny, bro.
Uh-huh.
That's actually so funny.
What are we starting?
People have problems.
People have problems. I'll first read the heading. It's called the heading. So this is how the story begins. My girlfriend told me she was with a friend, but that friend was with me picking out an engagement ring. That's the heading. Now this is the story. I, 28 male. I'm planning on proposing to my girlfriend of 3 years, 26. Now, I suck at picking out jewelry, so every time I want to buy something for my girl, I usually consult one of our mutual friends, who is the girl's best friend. So, asking them for jewelry is something I'm used to. When it came to pick out a ring, I consulted my girl's best friend. Let's just call her J. That's a lot. Yeah. I consulted J. Her and I are quite close, and she knows my girlfriend better than anyone, even me. So when my girlfriend went out to visit her sister and baby nephew, I invited Jay over to the house to pick out a ring. Over to the house?
That's a really
First wait. Okay,
kind of
sir.
sus, but we continue. You guys now shop for rings at home.
Maybe it was online.
Yeah, maybe
It was online.
Give me the benefit of the doubt, man.
However, I didn't know when my girlfriend would be coming home. So Jay and I thought of a clever text to gauge how much time we had. I asked her when she'd be coming by. She responded by saying it would be a few hours since she met up with Jay to go shopping. Now, obviously, this took me by surprise since Jay was with me inside my house. I showed Jay the text, and she looked as confused as I was. When she came home, she acted completely normal, and I played along, but it's been really hard to act like everything's fine. We go take out, ate together, cuddled. And so far, she's caught on a little that something's upsetting me. What should I do? What are you doing? This is engagement. So we've been dating for 3 years, bro.
That's a scenario, bro.
And a half.
Hey.
Women never finish in Kampala. Move
That's
on.
That's a quick solution.
Voice
by the way.
too. Okay. But remember, this is engagement. This is engagement. So you.
But I feel like today, like we have like an evil voice and a good voice.
Let me just say, even marriages of 10 years, people cheat. Someone has cheated on you in 3 years. You move.
How do you know she's cheating?
But how do you know she's cheating?
I tell you, if you ask her,
She went to visit the sister and maybe nephew.
if you ask her, have you cheated? She'll say you're insecure. You get from your insecure. You know.
Do you remember in,
Is that turning things
Insecure,
on
the babe cheated, bro? Insecure,
Yeah, but
that
into
show,
what cheat?
Issa cheated.
Wait, Insecure is one of.
Issa Rae?
Issa Rae. Which one is the one with Zendaya? On
Euphoria.
HBO? Euphoria. Okay.
Nah,
Because
Magic,
there's
you
no
go,
reason
cause
for her to lie.
Magic, you
If
go,
you think
cause they're
about it.
blah. Can you hear him? Okay, nice.
Keep your
Yeah, there's no reason. There's no reason for the what?
For
The
that,
chick to lie. If I've been with you for 3 years, why would you lie to me? You're with your best friend.
what? There's always a
You
reason
tell
to
me a name
lie,
I don't
bro.
know.
People just be like, people be lying
People be
anyhow.
like, that's like maybe that's just her most consistent lie. Like that's what she always goes to. I don't know if it immediately means she's cheating.
But that means she has been telling lies for so long.
All along.
What other lies has she
How many
told?
times?
How many times has she been with Jay?
I'm with Jay.
Okay, so let me ask, how much bandwidth are you giving a chick who you plan to marry? Like if you plan to marry, yeah, how much? Like how is cheating the first thing you're going to? Like how many other things could she have been doing that she lied about aside from cheating? Is cheating the one we're going to immediately?
How many
how
of those
many-
things could piss me off?
And how many other things would be good, man? How many good things could she be doing that she lied?
What
At
is
least
it?
just
I'm not
picking out
a-
Yeah,
She
she's
was
also
buying for
buying
you
you
shoes.
something.
Yeah, maybe. But why do you have to lie about that?
Because even you lied. Why is
Did he?
Jay at your place?
And okay, let's be fair.
To get an
Why would
engagement
her?
ring.
Why would her?
He sucks at jewelry.
Why would her best friend, as in best friend, be at your house helping you pick out a ring if she didn't think that her friend wanted to marry you?
First
Know what I
repeat.
mean? Why would Jay come to help you pick a ring out if she didn't think that your fiance actually wants to marry you, or your girlfriend actually wants to marry you? You dig? Unless she's lying to both Jay and you.
You know, you can want to marry someone and still cheat on them.
Damn.
Yeah.
They cheated on my cousin on his wedding day.
Yo, this is
Yo,
what
let's
I
pass-
like, bro. Listen, bro, we're getting to our best stories. So give us that story.
You guys want the full story?
Yes.
Anyway.
No names, no names.
Yeah.
Just give
No
us the
names.
story.
Because it might help us like decide on this J
Anyway,
situation.
Let's call person 1E, person 2, J.
Jay has suffered.
Jesse.
E being the male, J being the female. They met for 6 months. They did their thing, got pregnant. And they thought it's a good idea to what? Get married.
So it was a marriage. Anyway, proceed.
It was one of those married, but they were in love. 6 months, you're still in honeymoon phase. The sex is still good. Little did he know, he was the rebound guy. And the chick fell pregnant by mistake on him. Whatever everyone tells him that, man, this chick, she's around in Kampala. She's still moving with her ex. The guy doesn't want to listen. Everyone is like, they're doing wedding dinner rehearsals, what. They can't find the babe. The babe had gone to Masaka.
On the wedding day.
No, this is
This is before.
dinner prep. Dinner prep, like they call it like a week before. Everyone finds out she was with the ex. They come and tell the boy, the big man, that your chick has been what? Fooling around.
In Masaka.
Hey,
You're pregnant chick.
the guy got pissed. He wants to fight with everyone. That's my wife. Vichi. They're like, anyway, Kawa. Now on the day of the wedding, they catch the chick in the hotel room with her ex.
Doing what?
Fucking.
And this is a pregnant chick.
No, this is after she had given birth.
Okay,
The wedding
okay,
happens
okay,
after she
okay,
had-
okay,
after she
okay,
has given
okay.
birth.
So this is baby moms.
Now, first of all, there's a lot.
Let me first finish.
Okay.
After my other cousins find the chick with the guy in the bedroom, they're like, anyway, money has been spent. We should all just keep quiet
And keep it pushing.
And we keep it pushing. They got married. And then, because the lady is actually a judge. So she was working in Umbra. He was working in Kampala. One of the days, he says, let me go and surprise my what?
My thing.
My wife. He goes and finds the woman. The woman has moved in. There's a man's shoes in the house. Suits in the closet.
In Barara.
And after that, the guy comes back. You know,
Where
they're
is-
cheating on
So
me.
where is the kiddo? The kiddo is in.
No,
Barra,
they split custody.
Oh.
They split custody.
No, I mean
this was
like
after.
at that time. Where was
No,
the
the
kiddo?
kid was with him.
Okay.
Because they would, even at that time, the kid was.
Okay.
back and
Bouncing
forth.
back and forth.
You get. So now after the guy finds out the chick is cheating, he sits down with the family. Everyone has a different story of catching her.
It's like one of those meetings where they were like, I told you by the way, there's that one time.
Damn. Okay. So now back to the topic. First of all, so sorry to your cousin, bro. That's tough.
That's
That
a
is
Kampala women.
tough. So back to the story.
appeals.
Back to the story.
I have a question for that story after we finish this one.
Oh, no, ask it now. Ask it now.
Okay, so for the niggas,
Eh.
at what point do you start believing everyone, bro? Because they told this guy a number of times and he refused. Do you believe like the first time? Like if they came and told you your girlfriend is cheating?
There's no smoke without fire.
Exactly,
Yeah.
that's what I was about to say.
Facts.
They don't smoke without fire. Once you start hearing such rumors, bro, there's probably
There's something.
there's something someone has seen or heard.
If she had
that you should
stolen your shoe,
investigate.
the rumor you'd hear is your shoes are starting to get missing. You're hearing rumors of their.
I
blowing
think I
your
just
chick's
need.
back
I need
out.
to hear it. I think I just need to hear it from two people with
Credible
two
sources.
people who have no connection to each other. Like if Magic tells me, and then some other random guy comes and
What if
tells
like
me.
me and Magic told you? You'd be like,
Now for you, the two of you might have already discussed it, and like I'm not saying you would
in
have
good faith.
agreed to make it. Yeah, in good faith for sure. In good faith for sure. But yeah, I don't know, man. 2 times is enough for me.
Let me ask, what do you do when you find out? Do you confront her about it? Do you
100%.
so
You
2
confront.
times
100%.
you confront?
2 times I confront.
I think one time I confront.
Confront and say what?
I'm like, hey, I had these rumors. Like, what's happening?
What
What's up? Yeah.
Mm.
Is this a thing that you're doing? Then she can lie to me or not lie to me at
Why are
that
you
point.
insecure?
You just need her to know
Why are
that
you
you know.
insecure?
No, I feel like
No,
by
it's
the time
bad.
I'm marrying a woman, this lady.
No,
man,
I'm just saying from her perspective. Those are questions
Hey,
that come.
that's how she be asking
Hey,
me.
why are you insecure? There's only 2 people. There's only 2 people in the relationship.
Gaslit, man. I'm being gaslit right now. Why you gaslighting me? I've heard these rumors. I will come to you as a man. Why you answering questions with a question? No. But like, if she asks me such things, then I don't know. Because if she wasn't, she'd just come out and say like, no.
You don't trust me.
Yeah, but what kind of no are you accepting, bro?
I'm accepting a no. Like, her just to tell me no.
She says
that's
no,
a lie.
you
You
keep
just
it
need her
pushing.
to know that you've had.
Yeah, and
Okay,
that's-
so let's say you and the voice tell me, oh, and your girl is cheating on you. And I go to her and she says, nah, I'm not cheating on you. I'm supposed to come back and just do a pod like nothing happened. I tell you guys, man. I said it wasn't
That's your chance now. We told you.
No, but like that's the thing. That's why I feel like this thing is so tricky, man. Because now they've sowed the seed of doubt in your relationship,
Yeah.
bro. And if she lies about it and says no, then that just kind of like you become like kind of like a mindfully blind or like willfully blind to the situation in a way. So it's so tricky, man.
Okay, would you forgive her?
Now that depends. That depends.
She
On
caught
what?
you. She caught you cheating last year, and she forgave you.
Ah, yeah.
Hey, two
Yeah,
wrongs
of
don't
course.
make a right.
I like it.
Guys, we've jumped the gun. What
Yeah.
should the guy do?
What?
What should he do?
This guy in this particular situation,
This guy in this
I think he
story.
should confront his girl about it.
I agree.
He should be like, hey, man, you said you're out with Jay, but
I was
I
with
was
Jay that
with Jay.
night.
Yeah, trying to. Hi.
That's
You
how-
have to-
that's-
Hey,
that's-
hey,
that's-
hey,
that's-
hey,
that's-
hey, hey, it's okay. Can you tell us bang an
Because
engagement ring for you, babe?
Jiu-jitsu you, bro. She will jiu-jitsu that stuff on you.
I hope,
What are you doing with Jay?
I hope he bought the engagement ring because then there's proof.
Nah, he
Like,
was
here is
in
the
the process. He was in
No.
the process of buying it.
But
I
you know,
think
they
really
could have
bang it
shared
from
that
home.
information of online buying on WhatsApp. I send you a picture. You also send me a picture of what you like.
Nah.
What I doing at home.
He prefers to communicate directly.
Nah.
You meet at Cafe Javas.
What if they were just-
Both of those guys are fishy. I won't lie. Okay. Most of the people in that situation can be offside.
There's a problem.
Okay, it's different if the best friend is always at their house.
That could be a thing. Her being at the home might not be something
like she's always
new.
It's not a new thing. But if it's a
But
first
it still
time
makes
thing,
me think because that lie was a bit too easy. Like
I'm
how
with
many
Jay.
things? How many times have you not been with Jay?
That's
You've been with Jay.
That's
Jay
what
even
to
a
go to
best
my
friend,
mind,
bro.
Is
Is Jay even a best
if
friend?
Jay doesn't
Jay
know.
might not even be a best friend.
Jay needs to be called for that conversation. First sit down there.
Were you with her on this and this date at such and such a time?
Okay, so now let's flip it. What if you're Jay? Eh?
Jay was
And
confused.
they call your guy, and the guy says, "Nah, man, I'm with Jesse." But Jesse's there with a chick. What's the next
Wait,
move?
first come again.
If you're in Jay's situation,
That they're best friends.
yeah, and your boy's girl has invited you and said, "You I want get this guy something, but I need your advice." So you go there. She says, "Man, let me first find out what the guy is." The guy says, "Nah, I'm with Jesse, but you're here with that chick."
I mean, what can she do except also just act
No, not
confused?
her. What for you? What do you do?
Me.
Yeah.
Man, I'd also just be like shocked, to be honest. Like, really?
Maybe
You can't come up in that
you
situation.
can even say that, man, there's a new boy we met that is also called Jesse.
Jesse.
guys are
Nine
professional.
Bruh, if I'm
Yeah, I don't know you're a liar, bro.
That one did not come to my brain, bro.
That's another Jesse.
Today we have how many Melvins?
you start
here?
snapping your fingers.
You're like, hey, man, this guy with the
Yeah.
chest. Hey.
That spelling is even different. That spelling is
Jesse
different.
from Ginger.
Let me even show you this Jesse.
Hey.
That's a real best friend now, bro.
Yeah,
But-
man.
Damn. That's a tricky one. I feel like that girlfriend has put all of us in a very awkward position right there, man.
And she went to visit her nephew.
Apparently.
So at which point did she meet Jay?
We don't know. There's a lot to unpack. But me, I just said this guy should confront her.
I think he should confront her, bro. That's the only way he's going to get some kind of peace of mind from this thing. Otherwise, his brain will rush to so many different conclusions. That might
At
not
least
be
they're
the
not yet
truth.
married, bro.
True.
At least they're not yet married.
That's the
Just-
silver
They
lining.
can just... but his engagement ring, Bambi.
And he,
He
didn't,
hadn't bought
he hasn't
it
even
yet.
engaged,
He hasn't
man.
even
bought it yet.
Even if he
They were
buys,
still
he can save
choosing.
it.
That might be the last sign before.
You know, if he buys it, he can use it to vibe chicks in the bar.
How?
I have a missing engagement ring. Be my wife.
They'll steal your ring.
You don't give it to her.
She'll steal
You
your
don't
ring,
give it
bro.
to her. You just show her like this. Hey, you know how many chicks have gone with my watch, my wallet, my credit card? They
Come
bring
on,
them
you have stories.
They
for
bring
it.
them back. They bring them back. Okay. Magic, what do you have to discuss, man?
Palette cleanser. Do you guys watch the Grammys? I know no one here watch the
Hell
Grammys.
no, bro.
Ain't no way.
Anyone still watch
People
these
still
things?
watch these awards.
Yeah, apparently, man.
Who?
Apparently,
Because I'm
The
about to
music
talk about it, I
industry.
didn't watch it.
the music industry.
Maybe.
I just watched highlights. I didn't watch like the whole award show.
There's other people that watch, man. I guess people in America.
It's too much politics.
Even people in
now.
America aren't
Yeah.
watching this stuff, bro. Like the ratings are so terrible. But anyway, I just want to talk about Thames. You see Thames?
I saw a picture of Thames.
I saw
In
all
that gold
seen all
dress?
the pictures. I saw the Rock Nation branch stuff.
You're an angel,
Mm.
bro.
I saw everything.
Nah, I don't know what
What
it
was
is
the
about
Grammys,
Thames,
eh?
but like Americans love her, bro.
Bro, I love her, bro.
Okay, I mean,
Also
like
love
we all
her.
love her, but trust me, we knew that. But did you see her getting like dick rode by like DJ Khaled, Mary J. Blige, Rick Ross, especially DJ Khaled, man. DJ Khaled was
Khaled is married.
his wife was there, by the way, the whole time as he was whatever this babe, bro. But like, to be honest, man, I was just very proud to see that, man. I was very happy. I'm not a Nigerian, but like as an African, it's good to see like, man, this guy's actually representing us on a big level, man.
What are your thoughts that African Giant has not yet secured?
Hey, no, so he has a
He
Grammy
got one, eh?
last year for
But he never got one
Twice
this
as Tall. This year I was nominated for 2, Last and his album, but he lost both. He lost to Angelique Kidjo.
It's a joke.
Again.
Bruh, I need to see the Angelique Kidjo song, man.
Angelique
Shout out
Kidjo has
Angelique
won
Kidjo, but
thrice in a row, right?
Nah, Angelique Kidjo is another Grammy baby, bro.
They love her. Whoever is
They
in that
love
committee
her.
just like loves
They
her
love
music,
her.
man.
She can
3
do
years
no
in a
wrong,
row,
bro.
bro.
She can do no wrong.
Last year he beat her, but the last 2 she won, and I think this year again
She's
she won.
always nominated. Bro.
Always, man. Also, shout out Eddie Kenzo, man. Eddie Kenzo was nominated.
Did
First
he win?
Ugandan. No. Angelique Kidjo won.
Yeah,
They're all
it was
nominated
the
to the
same,
same year.
Bro,
Into
I
Best
don't even know
International
those
Song.
Groups. Are they called groups? Those
The nominees, what do they call
categories.
categories?
I think it was
I don't
wild.
even know the category.
Best World Album. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
one that they put them in. Best
Oh,
World
bro,
Song.
I saw a tweet actually about the Kenzo thing, and it was a dude, one of the artists here called Big Eye. You guys know Big Eye? Some
I
guy.
remember that name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some guy called Big Eye, man, and he was saying how Kenzo, I guess how he used to like Kenzo, but ever since Kenzo popped off, that he has like kept all the international connections for himself. So even if all these other artists are just as or more deserving than Kenzo to get the recognition, he's the only one who gets the recognition because apparently he has like gate kept.
Everything.
I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I can't speak on their particular situation, but what I know is a lot of these international institutions and bodies, man. For them, they just find like if they like you, man. It's not like Kenzo can just go and like say, "Hey, I also have this boy. Can you nominate him for a Grammy?"
But it's not Kenzo who says, bro. There's a plug. There's a plug.
Because definitely has a plug. But like, I was having this conversation with someone recently, and I don't know if I can say these names, but basically there's this like YouTube conference in Switzerland or whatever. I think it keeps moving from country to country. And there's this particular African YouTuber that they keep getting all the time, one of the top YouTubers. And basically he didn't want to go for this show anymore. Like he's
He was
done with
tired.
it. Yeah?
He was tired.
Yeah, he's tired. And the reason he was giving is that, man, these people, they don't really like mess with Africans like that. Like every time he tries to bring on someone else, they tell him, no, we don't want him, we only want you. Like
And that's the thing. Those
the
guys
people we
pick
care
one
about.
person.
they pick like one person who's like
A representative.
Just for
Yeah,
one person
representation.
to showboat.
exactly. So there might be an element of that
Okay.
going on.
Fair.
So yeah.
Because
That's what I
honestly,
think.
Angelique Kidjo keeps winning, bro.
True. Angelique
Honestly.
Kidjo, like, they can't get over her, bro.
I haven't had an Angelique
Does she have
Kidjo
new,
song.
new music?
Yeah, at
She
least she
must
keeps
have
winning
new
for new
music to
stuff,
get
bro.
nominated.
Who is it?
She drops albums every year, man.
Bro, I also saw complaints about how about the best song of the year. No one knows it. Like
Honestly,
it's just one, bro.
Harry Styles won best album over Beyonce. Actually, that's another person who they don't like in that committee. Beyonce.
Beyonce. What has she
Yeah.
done?
She has lost like 4 or 5 times. to,
But
like,
she won some that night as well.
Then doesn't she have the most Grammys now?
Yeah, she won 2 Grammys that night.
oh, shout out to her.
Yeah.
But the best album, I think, is what she didn't win.
Did you see that Burna Boy jokes on Twitter?
Not other jokes.
That go to Burna Boy's next concert at your own risk. The man lost 2 Grammys. If they kick you from there, that's your business.
You best say.
Yeah, no, I thought of it through that lens, bro. The Eddie Kenzo thing, but that makes sense.
Yeah.
It might just be the token East African that they chose.
Exactly. Like the non-Nigerian that gets nominated or whatever, who they know in the industry.
To be fair, bro, I think I'm also starting to feel away about Kendrick, man. And I love Kendrick, but I swear he's a Grammy baby, bro.
Kendrick is definitely.
As long as Kendrick is nominated, he's winning.
Who else was in his category? Do you know?
I know Khalid was. I think Nas
Can't check.
was. I think.
Because I know that Kendrick album was hot, bro.
And was very, very well liked, but
And the
you
way
can't keep winning, bro.
and
It's not shit that
another
matters.
thing I feel about Kendrick is ever since he lost to Macklemore for Good Kid, Mad City,
They've been giving him.
they've been giving him. I feel like they're trying to.
That's the
compensate
only time they
for
blackballed him.
that snub. They
They
feel like
never-
they're still trying to
But
compensate.
Yeah.
he
this
still
thing.
produces good music.
No, he
Okay,
does.
true,
He
true,
does.
It's
he
fine.
does.
No, nothing
fine,
against
it's
his
fine,
music.
it's
Nothing
He
against his
does.
music. But
That's why it's hard to hate, but I'm hating a bit.
Did you hear that?
Oh, Pusha T,
Oh.
Freddie Gibbs. Yeah, a lot of good albums are nominated, but
But it's also like a popularity contest with the Grammys, man. You really have to like, first of all, please that committee. Then also those committee members are like industry people, so they have their artists who they want to win and stuff like that. There's a lot of politics at play. Kind of like the Oscars. You literally have to like.
Do you think
bribe
there's
these
corruption?
people. There's definitely some corruption. Maybe it
corruption,
might
yeah.
not be like blatant, like this one sent me a check,
Mm.
but they have like, for example, I don't know if it works like that for the Grammys, but in the Oscars, when they're doing those for your consideration campaigns, the movie studios like really like wine and dine these people, send them gifts,
Facts,
they send
facts.
them,
it's about relationships.
you know,
for sure, bro.
dinners and stuff like that.
Because man, I'm thinking if I win a Grammy and I was charging $100 yesterday,
Of course. No, bro. For you
you're buying a mansion.
You're thinking if you win, bro. If you get nominated,
Just that's enough, bro.
In
the
your
nomination
tag, at every
changes
show.
everything.
Grammy
bro.
nominated.
Nominated artist.
Nominated
Not
artist.
even winner.
You know,
This was a Grammy, right?
He has a
Oh,
BET
he won
award.
BET.
BT.
Yeah. Did you guys hear that Quavo and Takeoff are fighting? And
Backstage.
and, Offset.
That they fought.
R.I.P. Takeoff.
They fought
Yeah.
backstage.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, they were supposed to go for takeoffs.
I think they were supposed to perform
together.
together.
But Quavo
And
was
then they
like,
snapped
hell nah.
Offset.
Hell nah.
And they
Snap
fought
it.
backstage, man.
Yeah, they fought over it. Like,
As in they stopped, like they're supposed to perform together at the Grammys.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like a memorial song for who?
For takeoff, yeah.
Yeah.
But apparently Takeoff, Quavo was like, nah, I want to do this thing solo. So he did. And it was actually very nice, went viral. And when he went backstage, Offset had hands for him.
That's so unfortunate, bro.
That they're
very
fighting.
And
unfortunate.
you had the
Unfortunate,
backstory.
No,
It's about Sawiti.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I had that as well. But I think
Yeah.
that's what caused this particular fight, that Offset wants Tian Sawiti.
I had that jazz.
That's what that.
I had that
Yeah,
jazz.
that's a
I had
wild
that jazz. Tune the
Tune.
guitar. Yo.
Nah, but I've had, and I think one of them also rapped about it, right? In that story, one of them rapped about it in a song.
No, I think it was Quavo talked about it.
Anyway,
That's such a sad
That's
way for the
very
Amigos
sad,
to go out, bro.
bro.
The Amigos are having such a sad ending, bro.
And maybe it's just a rough patch they're going through.
Hopefully.
But I don't know if they can come back as the Amigos.
I
Because they already
doubt.
split as the Amigos, and then Takeoff and Quavo had done.
Yeah.
Uncle
I mean,
and
Amigo,
can feel-
Amigo died, bro.
Yeah.
So
So, man.
Amigo died, so I don't think they can.
And Takeoff seemed to be the guy who was like holding them together, man. Like the middle ground between these two big personalities, Quavo and Takeoff.
and Offset.
And Offset. I don't know, I keep saying Takeoff. R.I.P. Takeoff. And Offset.
R.I.P.
Do you not think that maybe we never knew Takeoff as well? Because he was always a quiet guy. Everyone assumes
That he
his
was.
character, that he was the one holding them together. What if he was the one causing the issues?
From the
No.
back.
Instigator.
Man, this guy Tian Sawiti. You hear it from me, but now you never know. But from okay, I know when you
And
pass, everyone says
it's hard,
nice
it's hard to
things.
keep up such an act.
Yeah, it's very for so long.
He seemed so laid back, bro. I don't think that's him. But yeah, man, R.I.P. Takeoff, R.I.P. I was going to say R.I.P. Amigos, but they might come back. They might come
Nah,
back.
it doesn't make
Things
sense,
might
bro.
come back. Never know.
It's over. All good
At
things
least for
come to
now.
an end, bro. All good things come to an end.
Bro, why is there so much happening? Because I also saw some like Blueface jazz.
Blueface.
Yeah.
I saw Krishan licking his feet, man. You see that
This,
this
but she's pregnant, but she's drinking at who's party. And then, like, there's so much going on,
Yeah,
man.
those two,
Those
those two
hungry
unpacks,
for
bro.
attention, bro.
Unpacks out of that game, bro. Those two.
But like when she was licking his feet, man, it kind of seemed weird because she kept like, she was the one instigating like, which toe should I lick? Should I also lick the sole of your feet? What do you want? Like, it's like sucks his baby toe, and also they're just
I
laughing.
think the chick is on drugs.
Even my baby
Oh,
toe
come
is
on,
clean
Hell yeah,
right
bro. Like
now.
day follows night.
I'd be
man.
shocked if she wasn't, bro.
Yeah.
I'd
In
be
fact, that's
shocked
when
if
I'd be
she wasn't
concerned. That's when I'll now be concerned. No drugs involved. I'll be like, yo,
You're
hold
like,
on. It's a mistake.
Something's
You're
wrong here.
somehow.
Nah, she's definitely on some.
Nah. They're not cow.
Yeah.
What else do you have for us?
First of all, you're not supposed to have the happy topics.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
talking
This guy
has he only has
Macho
grim
is
ones
sad,
today.
Macho- it's not sad, but it's a bit serious.
Now let me see. Did you guys hear that Chat GPT went to law school and passed an exam?
Are you serious?
He passed a law exam.
Anyway,
Graduate
that's
law.
possible.
I
And
get
also
that.
business school law.
Yeah, I get that. That's
I can
light.
see it.
That's light. Yeah,
But
that's
it
light.
Barely passed. Got a C minus, which is like pass mark.
I don't know, man. Is that
No,
possible?
but the fact
Law
that
school
an
in-
AI can
Oh,
do
yeah.
it.
C minus in
Right?
law school best
Hell
be
yeah.
passing, bro.
That's how I passed.
ChatGPT is that you?
Literally, that's how I
C
passed.
minus. But,
Nah, but I also saw some things about it, about how it's racially motivated. Did you see that?
I know those
Like
AI
they
users have
said
some
about
racial
praise
bias.
black guys, and it had like paragraphs Then they said praise white guys, and it said I'm sorry, but I'm not supposed to instigate any over racial things, blah blah blah. Then they also told him about praise Trump, and it said the same thing.
Or like it's
It
biased
can only
in favor of black people.
Yeah, and Biden, because Trump it was like
No, but those guys always have the bias of whoever made
So it's
them.
biased
Yeah,
towards
facts.
right-wing politics.
it might
Left-
be
left-
left-
left, yeah.
Because at a certain point, I don't know, maybe they fixed this entirely. I was using it recently, but originally, like the first, what do they call it, like versions, like if you type in like any prompts that have like ebony or Asian, to just show you
But what
wonders.
What
bro.
were you looking? We need to.
What are you looking for?
What are you looking for?
What are you looking for? Oh.
Hey, this was for science. But
Wait, when you say early version, this thing just came out like a few weeks ago.
no. DALL-E has been around for I think
DALL-E.
like a year, but at first it wasn't open to the public.
Uh,
Yeah. So
But
these are the
there's-
complaints
so
Gate had
nah,
at first.
There is a guy who's one illustrator and said, "Wait, ebony." That's why he went first. He's like, "We need to know what AI thinks."
Ebony. Asian.
That's so
So they
funny.
always have like biases because like of the data they're trained on is sourced from the internet, and even like particular information on the internet is presented in certain ways, usually like
but do you think it takes over Google?
Ain't no way.
ChatGPT.
No, because right now it's operating off that historical data. It's not connected to the internet.
True. But this is why I say no way. Google has money. It's hard to beat a company with that kind of money.
And
Bro,
Google
I wanna
is
hold
like
you. I feel like
facts.
I only go to Google if I know that I can't find it on Twitter or on TikTok. That's not gonna
I
work.
definitely get
Literally,
I
before I
definitely
check
get you.
Google, I'm gonna check Twitter, bro. Like if I want news, let's say, for example, Offset and Quavo fight at the Grammys. I'm not going to go to Google for that.
True.
Twitter.
You got to search Offset. in
Yeah,
Twitter.
because that's where I know I'll
That's
get that
definitely true.
jazz.
But you see,
Okay, but
we are talking of using it as a search engine.
Yeah.
Right? I definitely see that it can be more useful than Google in the future.
Yeah.
But Google has money, bro.
No, because now
about
these guys give you specific answers. If you say what is science, it gives you. If you I want 2
That is
pages on what
And I
is
can
science.
agree in usability. Yes, it might.
but I feel
But
like
you're saying, is it taking over?
I don't think they can take over. I think they're serving like different kind of
Yeah.
purposes. Google is more like to get like general information about what's going on in the world. Like for example, you've forgotten a spelling of something, what's the spelling of this? You're on directions to a particular place, restaurants around you. And then I feel like ChatGPT is more like, when can I say, like an assistant. Like you need like help, for example, writing your law paper. You can ask ChatGPT for like a first draft of your paper, which you can't necessarily ask Google unless you're going to go to like Google. What's it called? Google. There's that one for just like papers and journals, whatever. It's not Google.
Yeah,
Docs.
yeah,
That's like
there is.
a whole other Google.
But you
Google
know-
Scholar.
No, Google Scholar.
But
yeah, yeah.
it's not the same thing.
It's not the same thing,
Even-
definitely. But maybe this is what I think. We've seen companies that have come up, yeah, and tried to compete with these companies with big money, like Amazon, and Amazon just buys it off or makes it disappear. It's so hard to compete with a company like Google, which has
I don't know.
YouTube.
I saw them make
so
some
many
crazy
things.
money on the first day in billions
ChatGPT.
because they opened up a paid subscription.
Yeah, they do.
And
have a
I
paid
think
thingy.
they might be the most profitable company
For how long, bro? For how long, man?
up until they need to scale.
Google is on,
Till
Up-
Google
up- up-
buys
up-
their developer. They're
see,
like,
Google is on.
And
These
also,
Google guys are on every smartphone, bro. Every Android smartphone.
man, they have that OS. And Google is not just that search engine now. It's like Google
Everything,
is
everything,
mail
It's
and
everything.
YouTube and Google
Everything.
Maps. I was watching some video that Google's actual biggest asset, their most valuable asset, is not the search engine. It's not Gmail. It's Google Maps.
I can see why.
And the reason they were giving is because they have the most detailed map of the world currently.
And you see,
in terms of the Google Street View, they have literally
Yeah.
scanned a large
and
part
you
of
see,
the world.
first chill even like having the map. Each person puts their location with their contact, with their details, everything. Like when you search a place, it's going to show you the map with an address, with a phone number, with a website. Like
It's crazy
it's
that
a
one company
lot.
has all this information on us.
Facts, bro.
And that's definitely like the next technology that's coming up. Like AR, augmented reality.
AR,
It's
even
it's going to
VR,
run
bro.
on that map, man. Like overlaying the digital world, like having like graphics you put on a computer and you see like ads popping up like in freaking
I mean,
Blade
to
Runner.
be fair, even when you use Street View now, you can take a walk using your phone and you see exactly where you're going.
Huh?
Yeah,
With
Have
like
you seen
double
the
arrows.
technology in cars?
like
The latest Mercedes Benz?
yeah, I've seen
It has like
I've seen
AR,
Yeah,
whatever.
Like
Like,
a
you see the,
windshield
like
guy.
see the arrows on the road and shit. It's like
Anyway, in Uganda, will
fucking
be
crazy.
crazy.
Now that's where the world is going, and Google has the most detailed map, and that map is going to be used so much in that AR thing.
Okay, what about
on Sunday? Google Map took me far. I was trying to go to Chiwatule. That thing took me to Nigeria too.
Not you, that's the detail.
Anyways,
Yeah, but shout out this big
Shout
company.
out Google.
Shout out Google. I don't think it's going anywhere.
no.
though.
Voice, do you have a topic before I get into mine?
If I was getting to yours,
To mine. Okay, let's see. What do I start with? I have Premier League jazz today. Today, all my jazz Premier League jazz.
Yeah.
this is a serious.
That's the heavy jazz you're talking about.
It's heavy-ish.
Okay, I think
Okay,
I kind
It's
of know what.
heavy-ish.
Yeah.
Let's first start with the lighter of the two. Have you guys seen what's happening to Man City right now?
Yeah, they're being
Aside from the fact
investigated.
that they lost to Spurs this weekend.
Damn, you had to do it.
Yeah.
You had to do
What
it.
else is
Put them
happening?
on blast.
What else is happening to them?
I know they're being investigated for FFP breaches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what.
115 FFP breaches, bro.
Bro, that's a lot.
Since 2013, eh?
Since 2009.
And apparently they might give out their last 2 titles.
I feel like that's all
Ah,
wishful.
so
No.
FFP
All their
again.
titles
That's
from 09
Yeah.
until
That's too drastic.
2017, 2018. But I think that's just wishful thinking. That's
Yeah,
just hater.
that's
That's not hater jazz.
There's no way that's happening.
That's
bro.
not
Wait, for those that don't
Liverpool
know, what's
fans
the
are saying
FFP?
true.
Okay, so FFP is financial fair play rules.
Mhm,
It's
mhm.
basically they were put in place to make sure that that teams are only spending as much as they make, right? That's like just a basic, right? Because some teams have extremely wealthy owners, so who are willing to spend whatever, Man City being one of those teams. So these FFP rules are put to like keep things kind of balanced in the Premier League, so that everyone has like a similar budget, at least based on what they earn. So these Man City guys apparently breached a bunch of the rules and were falsely reporting how much they were making versus how much they were spending.
And I can see it.
But this is the thing. This information was acquired by a hacker.
It's hackers. It's
It's
always
hacked.
a hacker.
The information was hacked. So they hacked apparently emails and stuff like that, showing that they were lying about how much they've been making. But Man City, for them, they've jammed. They denied all the charges, and now it has been like submitted to an independent commission
but
to
can that be used
investigate.
in court?
Nah, the information cannot be used, bro.
Yeah, because
But it can be used in this investigation. And now, because it's an investigation, they have to now volunteer all the information that is asked of them. So if you're saying this is false, show us the correct jazz, and show us why it's the correct jazz versus this. You dig? So should be interesting, bro.
But man, the truth is, those guys have done a lot to escape FFP.
Yeah, apparently they've been investigating them for 4 years. Apparently,
You know, first of all, I didn't even know they had sold their stadium rights to themselves. Like Mary's thought Etihad was like a separate like company, but apparently they sold.
owned by the owners.
Yeah, so they sold the rights to as if, you know, when you just like bypass something to make more revenue. So they're like, we've sold our rights, we've made this amount, now we can spend this amount, but it's within.
The money is
So it's a
legal.
smart move, to be fair.
But
It's a
that's
smart move.
coward. That's
Yeah,
his coward.
it might not be ethical, but it's legal.
Yeah, that's his coward.
But then there's the issue. Even after all of that, first of all, their ticket sales they weren't filling up the stadium. They haven't been for a long time. And then, well, according to this investigation, they've still been hiding too much expenses. So they've been reporting wrong things. Anyway, man, it's long.
Okay, but whose job is it to find out and investigate these teams? How can it take since 2009?
No. It has been since, they said 4 years ago, so I'll say maybe 2019, 2018.
No, but still, you're supposed to. What?
And also,
Release
FFP
your
is
information.
reported every 3 years. It's not every year.
Okay, but if someone submits the information, why does it take a
The
hacker?
hacker, man. That's a good
Maybe
question.
you get what I mean.
Nanti, for the hacker is saying that they've been submitting wrong shit. So the hacker.
Okay,
for
No,
him,
but
like,
me
said
what
got
I'm
their
saying
trick
is
out.
that now someone on Premier League side was receiving that wrong shit
There's like an auditor there.
and processing. Because there's
but
no way.
That's actually very.
Because you're talking
if
about
it's true,
billions.
say it's true. it's very unfair to the rest of the league.
No, but if you look at net spend, I don't think Man City has spent the most.
So what do you guys think? What do you guys think would be a fair repercussion for what they've
I
done?
don't want it to happen this season though. Like we all know they are going to do like a point deduction.
Do
But
you think
not,
a point deduction is enough?
not this season, man.
Do you think
What
that
they
should
could
take
do at
retro
Juventus where they
fees?
relegated them.
Because that's also something that has been tabled.
Yeah.
I think the Premier League loses more money.
I agree.
Really getting
I
them.
agree. Too
That's
many,
true. That's why I
too
don't-
many
I
good
don't-
players
yeah.
on that team. Too many.
Gay.
They have Pep.
I'm
they
imagining
have-
like De Bruyne in League One.
I can tell you this. Like they
Becomes
follow.
16
Let me
again.
tell you, like they follows night. Like they follows night. If it's announced tonight that Man City is getting relegated, by tomorrow morning, half that team has new
gone,
teams.
bro.
Half those guys are going to new teams immediately. It has already been negotiated.
And they will be
bust,
like in Premier League teams, they'll be like, may have gone to like Newcastle. I'm out.
yeah, it's United, Newcastle, Chelsea, Madrid.
I'm imagining that team in like Championship, bro. They would eat that league.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think they should pay. I think they should pay a fine and
hefty one.
and get a points deduction, like 15 points.
Not this season.
Might think fine points deduction next season. They forfeit their first
Nah.
10 games.
30 points.
Nah, bro. No.
Nah, but definitely point deduction, but not this season.
Oh, another
I
thing
beef us in
another
the
thing
league,
is that there's like an interview that has been circulating of Pep saying that if this jazz is true, he said it last season. No,
He's dipping.
that he dips. He said that I trust the guys who I'm working with. I've asked them and they've told me that there's nothing to worry about. So if this is true, I'm out.
I think Pep is out anyways.
Really?
He signed a new contract this season.
I don't think he's out, bro. I don't think.
I think he's
out.
starting to look for a new challenge.
This thing is too challenging for him already.
This is a new challenge.
He's still looking for Champions League.
Yeah, Premier League is a challenge for that man. bro.
Gay.
Yeah, he still needs to win the Champions League. He has had the best team in Europe for like the last 4 years. Hasn't won the Champions League.
But that's the thing. Now, what else do you do to the team to win Champions League?
Keep trying.
He has done everything.
The guy bought Haaland, so let's wait and see. That
Haaland
might be
might
enough.
deep, man. Haaland is not
Haaland-
playing in the Championship.
Nah, Haaland. No, those guys are not going down. They're not going down.
There's no way they're going down.
I say 15 points. 15 points is fair to me.
Not this season.
Guys are saying
man.
6 points though.
Why?
That's the
only 2
deduction that
games.
people have been mentioning. 6 points, but I think it will be more closer to 15 because you've already set a precedent.
Did you see that guy who tweeted at him? They should also just take 10 points from Manu for being neighbor and watching this happen.
For witnessing. That's too funny. That is too funny. So that's the first Premier League jazz. Second jazz, Mason Greenwood.
His charges
Mason
were
Greenwood,
dropped.
bro.
His charges were dropped.
I don't understand when someone says charges were dropped.
What does it mean?
What does that mean?
So, Mason Greenwood, January 2022, was charged. with
If you'd like to
attempted
listen to the full conversation, please consider subscribing to the Mob Jazz Podcast Patreon. Once you do, you'll have access to the full conversations as well as subscriber-only content. The Mob Jazz Podcast is made possible through our Patreons. If you like what we're doing here, please consider becoming one.